Hello and welcome.
Welcome
to another episode of Zack's in the City.
Bow, 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 bow. We should get one of those things that goes like pew 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 pew.
No, all right, we'll get one. We'll get one for the next episode. We're back with the podcast. Cue the music.
We are rolling. Welcome to another session of our podcast, Zack's in the City. It's been a while, right, Zach?
It has been a hot minute.
Dang, I can't believe it. It's been since April 2023 was the last time we did a podcast.
Zach, what's on your head?
Chicken hat. I got this at Wasen. Watch this.
All right.
It barely sits on my head, though. Like, I'm like
got a big noggin.
balancing it, but one little slide, it falls over. But yeah, that's enough of that. We'll put that down. We'll put it down over here, where the chicken hat belongs, not on my head. Dude, that thing is so small on my head. It's like about to fall off every time I wear it. And that thing was a ripoff. It's a big tourist thing. When tourists go to Wasen or Wiesen, it doesn't matter which one you go to. They're quite similar. People are going to give me a bunch of hate that I said Wasen and Wiesen are very similar. The names are quite similar too. Wiesen, Wasen. I get them mixed up too. Sometimes I tell people I'm going Wasen, but I'm going to Wiesen. When I'm at Wiesen, I say, yeah, Wasen's nice. And then they get really mad at me because I just mixed the two up because they're in different states.
Oh, yeah. They're totally different things.
Bavaria. But yeah, that thing was a ripoff, and it's a big common thing that tourists buy these chicken hats, and it's like only tourists buy the chicken hats, and I see why, because they're a ripoff. Did I tell you how much it was?
Let's try to guess.
All right, try to guess how much.
All right,
wait. Welcome to The Price is Right. Our contestant's gonna guess how much this chicken hat is. Very big seller at the Wiesen and Wasen. They even sell the same things, both of them. But how much is this chicken hat at Wiesen?
I'm gonna let's see. So at Wiesen, what is a Moss running at Wiesen? 15?
See, I can't even tell you because
Okay.
I don't even know. I was kind of spoiled,
it's
but
up there,
I would assume it's between 15.
So I think Wasen's like 13, 14. I'm gonna say it's got to be at least 2 Moss, like a hat like that. Like, we're going on 3. I'm going to say 3 Moss. It's what, 30 euros?
Ding, ding, ding. That is wrong.
What?
This cost me 35.
Oof.
You were $5 off. 5 euros. Sorry. I don't want to get Europeans mad again that I say dollars. How's my hair after wearing this? Does it look
great? Looks great.
But yeah, that cost me 35. And they didn't even give me a receipt. Because I made a video. I bought it because I did this video with Paul Lamouk. And yeah, they didn't even give me a receipt. So I came and
Can't put it in your taxes?
Can't put it on as like a tax write-off. It's kind of sad. So that's like 35
just
out the door. But now it will be a nice little decoration for our podcast.
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me of the biggest mistake I made was buying a chicken hat at the Wiesen. Yeah, it's a big time. I think. Yeah, when we're recording this podcast, it's the last day of Wiesen, and Wasen has one more week.
And you went to both this year.
I went to both this year.
You can give us the comparison, Stuttgart versus Munich.
So
Wasen
I can say
Wiesen.
comparison, same music, very similar music. I guess maybe the Wiesen in October, we'll say Oktoberfest, so we don't confuse people who don't know. Oktoberfest and Wasen. Wasen is in Stuttgart at the Cannstatter Wasen, and we'll say Oktoberfest Munich. That's how we'll differentiate them. So I can tell you Oktoberfest, they still play Party Schlager.
Yeah.
That's still the same. And they also play Bavarian Party Schlager, I think. I don't know if it's Party Schlager, but it's Bavarian music.
Yeah.
I don't know if they play that at the Wasen. That's still... Yeah, I'm not really aware of what's a Bavarian song and what's just normal Schlager. But some people said, oh, this is my favorite Bavarian song. And I'm like, dude, this stuff slaps. Like,
I mean, they have some locals, like Swabian ones, too, that you sometimes hear at Wasen. But I think most of the music, you probably hear at both. They're like national Wie
heißt die Mutter von Nicky Loud? No,
and they're the exact same songs you hear at Après-Ski when you go skiing and everywhere else.
Germans say they hate Party Schlager, but low key they love it. Every German, like whenever a Party Schlager song, they know the lyrics by heart and they're screaming it like they enjoy it and they do not hate it. But then once you're away from like the environment of Party Schlager, hey, you like Party Schlager? No, I hate that music. But put them in the environment where there's Party Schlager. Oh, all of a sudden they just love it. Yeah. And they forget that they hated it.
So which one do you think is better?
Which one is better?
Oktoberfest, Wasen. Pick a side.
This is a tough one. You know, I'm going to have to say this, but people are going to hate me. I'm going to say Oktoberfest is better. Oh. Just because they have some funnier rides, like that belt, the conveyor belt, run up the conveyor belt. They have the like spinning one where everybody jumps in the middle and it gets faster and faster, pushes away. And then, the tents are bigger, but it is a lot more touristic. Yeah. I was surprised. When I was in Munich, I felt like every 5 meters I walked, there was another American just there talking. Yeah. Like it was like definitely like probably getting close to the second largest population of Americans outside of America. It was like everywhere was Americans. But if you want, I would say this, if you want a more traditional, more Germans only experience, then I would say Wasen's the way to go. Yeah. Because it is more traditional. And sometimes, the tourists can kind of get a little out of hand and annoying, and I'm a tourist. What am I talking? I'm saying I get annoying. But I would say, Wiesn definitely was pretty cool. Maybe it's because it was new to me also. I've been going Wasen for 3 years now. And my first time at Oktoberfest was, 2 weeks ago or a week ago. And that was pretty cool. And I mean, I kind of was spoiled. So,
you got the hookup.
All the, NFL invited me out there, so it's pretty cool. It was definitely really cool. Yeah, cool experience. But yeah. And you went to Wasen.
I went to Wasen. Yeah, I had
with your family.
Had some family here. We booked a whole table and were able to fill up a table. It was fun.
What'd they think of the beer?
Love the beer. They had Voila and the
Voila tent.
It was a good beer, good food. We had a couple of non-beer drinkers at our table. Yeah. And how Wasen works is you pay up front just a whole bunch of money and you get all these tokens. So we had like 5 tokens per person. And a token is enough for a mass of beer, which is like a liter of beer. Or like a food, like some kind of food item. So usually it's like, all right, you have 5 tokens. Maybe you get like 1 food item and 4 beers. It's a lot of beer, right? So if you have some people at the table who aren't drinking beer, you end up with a lot of extra tokens. So we kind of just went crazy. We were ordering like this appetizer platter, the
charcuterie board,
just everything they had on the menu. We were just ordering because we had like 4 or 5 people there that weren't drinking beer, and we just had a lot of tokens. So, but we made it through all the tokens.
Made it through. Your family enjoyed it. They got the real German experience.
They loved it. It was fun. We had some, like half the family was in either Lederhosen, Dirndl.
Hell yeah.
And some people with just like the Lederhosen t-shirts.
That's nice. That's nice. Good to hear. Good to hear. We always love our family coming through and enjoying getting a real cultural experience because you don't get that in the U.S., right?
That's not the same. No,
there is Oktoberfest, but dude, it's nothing. No. It's more like a picnic.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, just like
it's no different than
to grill and
getting a hot dog at a little league baseball game. Yeah, but a lot of things has happened since our last podcast. A lot of things happened.
Yeah, we got the new studio.
We're in a new place. I mean, look at this, a lot of white walls, but this we'll get this taken care of. This is gonna be better looking. Like definitely.
Yeah. We're gonna add some stuff. Next episode,
podcast.
Tune in. We'll have some new stuff.
We'll make it right now. The addition to the studio is this little guy right here. That was the addition.
Chicken hat.
Mm-hmm. So that's the first addition to this beautiful studio, and we'll just continue to grow and see how it turns out in the future. Yeah. But yeah, this is a very nice place. I enjoy it. yeah, what else has happened? So that's our last podcast was April 2023, and so that's a long time. I think in there you ran a marathon in Vienna.
Yeah.
We didn't have a podcast. When was that? It was May.
That would have been like end of April or beginning of May, something like that.
Yeah. So you ran that in 2023, and then lines were going crazy.
Yeah, that was right when they kind of really started to take off. Right?
Yeah.
That was the end of that season.
Yeah.
Beginning of 2023 or end of 2022 was when they had that winning streak and knocked the Packers out of the playoffs. And then they had that great season, made it to the NFC Championship.
Yeah, so that's crazy.
It's back in full swing here. Football season's going.
Yeah, football season's up. You guys like football? Let us know in the comments. Yeah, so we can talk about some sports on here. I mean, we know quite a bit about sports. So, yeah, football's back up. Cool that Detroit Lions now got marketing rights here in Germany.
Nice.
So now they can market to the German audience and try to grow and build the Lions community, which we need you guys to join the Lions community. We need you guys to grow. It'll be cool if we can get a huge Lions audience.
Yeah.
So it's looking good. They're looking good right now. On fire. We got players that can play multiple positions. St. Brown, also a German boy, has German Wurzel. Deutsche Wurzel. He is now a quarterback, we found out. You saw that play?
Oh, yeah. Touchdown pass
to Goff. Goff is a receiver. Could be one of the slower receivers out there. But, he scored a TD.
He got a 100% catch rate. He's
100% catch rate. Yeah, true. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know the rules of football or anything. It's quite complex. But, you don't really use your feet much.
No.
Except for kicking a field goal.
That's true.
Most time you don't use your feet. I don't know where
There's only like one guy on the team who uses his feet. Everyone else just uses their hands.
Hands and tackle. It's like I don't really know where the football comes from, but it's shaped as it's weird. The shape is like an oval. It's not round. You throw and catch with your hands, but somehow it's called football. But that's not the topic. Yeah, that's another topic, and people are probably going to explain to us why football is called football, or they're going to say soccer is the real football.
Yeah, well, soccer is difficult anyways. You can't even say the word without people getting upset here.
Yeah, true. So you can't say soccer.
Football.
Yeah, and what else has happened? I quit my job.
What?
I quit. I said bye-bye.
Arbeitslos.
I'm arbeitslos. Yeah, I'm right now searching for jobs. No, I'm just kidding. I'm doing social media full time now. I'm thankful for the opportunity to be able to do this, and I'm really excited to try to make as many videos as I can and try to build my community and meet more people in my community and work with other creators and see how big I can make my personal brand, as one would say. But it's I've been arbeitlos, or I'm not arbeitlos. I can't say arbeitlos.
Eigenständig.
Selbstständig, or what do you want to say? For about 1 week now.
A week?
1 week, dude. It's been crazy. Actually, it's not even a week. It'll be a week tomorrow because it's like 6 days. From the recording of this podcast, it's 6 days.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, so good. I was able to record two videos. One has been posted. And, we'll continue that grind. And hopefully I can make like at least 3 to 4 videos a week, which is a lot.
Yeah.
For people who don't know, that's a lot. That's a lot of editing, a lot of recording. On top, we're going to keep this podcast going weekly. We'll keep it going. And it will also be a big priority for us and me to just be able to talk about what's going on and everything. So maybe we'll have a podcast recorded in the US.
What?
Yeah, we could. We might not be able to bring these mics.
We'll have to record it on our phones.
No, I'll have my laptop, but we can use my lavalier mics.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty
It's going to be good quality.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still really good quality audio.
Yeah.
So we can talk about that when we're back home in December. We got some big things planned for that.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, so it's been crazy. I've been to a lot. I've been attending a lot of events. It's been pretty cool.
How's your routine going now? You don't have a job to go to, do you?
Yeah. I mean, the last like 4 days, I mean, this routine has been
just party every night.
Yeah, party every day, you know. It's like, open the bottle of champagne, pop. No, it's I'm still trying to figure out what the best routine is, because it is an interesting job. You're not always, let's say, working for money, let's say.
Yeah.
You're not always getting paid. So like you create content and you try to make funny. For me, I try to make comedic sketches that are funny, gets promoted through the algorithm. And then brands want to work with me, hopefully. I'm always open to work with brands. So if you're a brand listening to this, I'd love to get to know you and maybe potential, be partners. But yeah, you just make videos. I really enjoy making videos. I love sketch comedy.
Yeah.
I think it's underrated. It's definitely, it's difficult too. There's so much sketch comedy out there too. So it's also kind of difficult to think of sometimes new funny ideas that haven't been recreated already or created already. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited and ready to see where it takes me.
Big challenge.
Big challenge.
New adventure.
Yeah, new adventure. We'll see how it goes. But I attended some events. What events have I been to? I went to the opening NFL kickoff, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I went there as like a Lions fan, and there was not another Lions fan, which means we got to build a community because there was no Lions fans at this NFL kickoff event. But it was cool. It was at Topgolf. I didn't even know Topgolf was in Germany, but Topgolf is a really cool golfing range. It's like a driving range game thing. It's like a course. It's not a course. You don't need a Platzreife, but it's like a driving range where you just try to hit a golf ball as far as you can. But they have computer screens next to these driving ranges where you can play games.
Yeah.
And you can win points if you hit it into certain areas. But it's like huge in the U.S. But I didn't know it was in Germany. That was really cool.
So it's a little like bowling almost.
Yeah.
Like there's a point system and there's like a restaurant bar thing you can get appetizers and drinks and, food. But instead of rolling a bowling ball down the
and there's TVs there. So for this event, obviously they were playing football everywhere. American football. And that was really cool. It was cool to network with people, meet fans. Got a lot of pictures, made a video, and I thought it was a pretty funny video, with the whole aspect being like Lions themed, Detroit Lions themed. But yeah, that was one of the events I went to, and that was really cool. The Red Bull, went to the SAP Garden.
Yeah.
New arena in Munich, beautiful arena. And that's where so we were in this lounge, okay? And we're like, let's go watch the hockey game because NHL came to Germany, which was really cool.
Yeah.
NHL came to Germany. And we're like, let's go to our seats. And as we're walking to our seats, Lawrence, he works for the agency I'm a part of, was like, there's Mueller. And I was like, Thomas Mueller's right there? And I was like, oh, that's cool. I was like, dude, that's Thomas Mueller. That's the Thomas Mueller right there. And I was like, I was kind of like fanboying, I was like, okay, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is Thomas Mueller. I saw him score a goal for Bayern Munich at live in a game. And I was like, this is crazy. And I think he's like the leading scorer for World Cup or something like that.
Yeah, I think for Germany, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a pretty big thing. And he's a legenda. Like this dude's a legend. Yeah. And then Lawrence was like, should we ask him for a photo? You want a photo? I was like, heck yeah, I want a photo. This is cool.
Yeah.
And then, I just went up and I was like, yo, Thomas. I didn't say yo, Thomas. Wait, redo that. I did not say yo, Thomas. I was like, kind of like, hey, Thomas, können wir ein Bild machen?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he's like, yeah, no worries. A quick one. I gotta, he had things to do. Yeah. And I was like, all right. And we got a photo. I was like, all right, thanks. Pat him on the back. And I said, I appreciate it. And then as we're walking back, I'm like, Lawrence, he knew to speak English. That means something. He knew that I'm not a German speaker because he saw my content. I swear he saw my content. Do you think he saw my video?
I don't know. Maybe. What were you wearing? Maybe you just looked really American. He's like, there's no way this guy's German.
I had, a shirt.
Detroit Lions sweatshirt?
Nope.
Sweatpants?
Plain shirt.
Okay, because your outfit right now, I'd think I'd pin you as an American. There's an American flag on your pants. Were you wearing those pants when you talked to Thomas Müller?
No.
Because then I think he'd figure it out.
No, I was wearing a plain shirt, jeans, Levi's, Germans. It's called Levi's, not Levi's. So I had Levi jeans on, a plain shirt, and a flannel. The flannel might be not many Germans wear.
Did you have a hat?
I was wearing a Detroit Red Wings beanie.
Well,
but let's just say he saw a video. Which video do you think he would have saw?
Thomas Müller. Let's see. He's all Bavarian, right? He's like the Bavarian dude.
The Bavarian.
So I feel like, have you done Bavarian videos other than Oktoberfest?
Not really.
You did one with Austria and
I did the my first Bayern Munich basketball game video.
Could have been one of those.
Could have been one of those. You never know.
Or it was.
Hi. This is what it's like for American.
Exactly.
This is what it's like for.
Unhöflich. He probably saw that one. He's like, I remember this guy.
Dude, I cringe at my old videos.
They were good.
They were all right. Dude, I remember I had to look in the camera and be like, this is what it's like for American in Germany. Cringe.
Not
weird.
It was different times.
Different times.
COVID.
Yeah, that was
TikTok was getting big. It was just different.
That was 22-year-old Zach. That was man. Back in my youth, kids will never understand. But yeah, that was my Thomas Müller meeting, and great guy. Didn't really talk to him much, but got a quick photo, and yeah, I cherish that thing. That thing, that's dope.
Yeah.
Dope that I got a photo with the Thomas Müller.
Gonna be telling the grandkids.
Yeah. Thomas, wenn du diese Video schaust, correct? Is that
close enough? Yeah.
Thomas, wenn du diese Video schaust, danke sehr für die Bild, du bist die Ehrenmann. How was that as German? That was pretty good. Wir können auf Deutsch reden.
Deine Aussprache war in Ordnung.
In Ordnung, ja. My accent.
Die Grammatik
könnte besser sein.
Könnte besser sein.
All right, we're working on it. Yeah. Oh, what else? Let's get back to your family topic because this might be kind of interesting. What did they have any, let's say, experiences here in Germany or while you guys were traveling around Europe? Because when Americans come to Europe, they gotta see everything. Same with my family; it's the same. But was there anything they thought was weird or strange they didn't like, or culture differences that just was a surprise to them?
Yeah. There was a few things. I have a big family, so we were there with all my siblings, my parents, my brother-in-law. We were 8 people. So we're like a mix of personalities and stuff. So we ran into a few different problems. I think one issue that came up a lot is, so every night it's we're on vacation, we're driving around. We had 2 cars. Driving around Europe, we were in France a little bit, Switzerland, Germany, and we would go out to restaurants a lot. You're on vacation.
Yep.
And we continually had a problem with one person in our group who's a bit of a picky eater, let's say.
Okay.
That they kept trying to change their order, I think that's probably more common in the U.S. where you just say like, oh, can I get this? But just,
without
hold the tomatoes or whatever. Just, change the stuff on their order. Like, could you do this? But could you leave the cheese off of it because I'm vegan, whatever. And we were trying that at like these restaurants in France and stuff.
Yeah.
They were not having it. Like they don't change anything. What's on the menu is the food you're gonna get. Like they don't even like entertain the thought.
It's like you're in France and you're like because let's just say theoretically they're trying to substitute stuff too. It's hi, could I get this Flammkuchen but leave the one white sauce but add pizza sauce to it and then put pepperoni on it, and it's basically a pizza and not a Flammkuchen.
So can I get the hamburger but then no ham and then put chicken on it instead, and then also no tomatoes? It was
just create a whole nother meal sometimes. And the chef's like just like insulted because you don't want to try his creation.
Yeah, that was difficult. Also, just in general, driving, parking, always more complicated here. Like trying to find some spots to park the cars where you're not going to get a ticket. It was
And what do they think of the Autobahn?
The Autobahn.
Fahre auf die Autobahn.
They were kind of jet lagged for part of it, so they slept a lot. But no, we had a couple.
It's the best part.
At least a few hours in total, probably on like an unlimited section of the Autobahn. So I was driving, and my brother was driving, and my dad. And my dad just didn't want to drive fast, so we would like get to the unlimited. So it would be like 130, and we were going 130, and then it would get to unlimited, and I would go up to 150 or whatever. I'd go a little faster because it's unlimited. So. And he would stay at 130, and then he'd like call me 5 minutes later and be like, Zach, you're gone. Where'd you go? Like, slow down, come back here. So that was a little difficult. And then my older brother was on the Autobahn, and he sometimes had like an unlimited section, but he just didn't always know when it was. Like the signs and stuff, if you don't know them, it doesn't just say like unlimited speed. It's like a sign with the speed limit and slash through it. You have to like pay attention and know the signage pretty well to know when it's unlimited. So I would have to like tell him like, oh, here's unlimited, and then he would just like accelerate. But he was always bothered by the constantly changing speed limits, which is something I noticed when I moved here. Like it makes long drives so much more stressful. Yeah. Because you're driving like 10 minutes. It's 130, and then it just goes down to 100 for no reason. Then it's down to 80, and then it's back up to 100, and then 130, then it's unlimited, then it's 100 again, then it's 60. Like you're never really driving more than like 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, it could be a single highway, but you might hit like 6 or 7 different speed limits on this 50-kilometer way.
It's you're never like bored, right?
No.
Like in the U.S., you just have 70 everywhere for hours and hours, and you just kind of on cruise control and just going. And here it's like you constantly are like looking,
be aware.
Sure. Yeah.
It's so like you finish blitzed, you're like, I swear it was 100 over there, and it just turned to 80. And you just did me dirty like that.
Because they put the blitzer right where it changes, so if you don't like brake to slow down.
And and tomorrow where it was 80 might be 100 because it's just electronically changing.
Yeah, they have the electronic ones. They have the electronic things that. Like when you're driving, they let you sometimes like drive on the shoulder. Yeah, that's always like a really weird feeling. Like it feels illegal. You're like driving on the shoulder, and it's allowed because there's like the sign, but like you're on the shoulder. It doesn't feel right. They also weren't a fan of the rumble strips. Have you ever like played around with the? So in the U.S., it's like a rumble strip is on the side of the highway when you start to drift out of the lane. Or off of the side of the highway. There's like a holes like divots in the road. It's loud, right? You feel like your steering wheel vibrates. It wakes you up. Like if you're falling asleep at the wheel, you're gonna wake up from this rumble strip. In Germany, it's just like a certain like special type of paint or something on the stripes that they put on that like kind of makes like a noise when you go over it.
And it'll be over on the center one too.
Yeah, it'll be on the center one. So when you're changing lanes, you hear it a little bit, and then when you're off to the side, it's just like a constant like. Yeah. But it's like so quiet, and there's no vibrating steering wheel. Like if you're asleep at the wheel, it's not gonna wake you up. And they thought that was a little like
strange,
or it's like, what's the point of it? It's so quiet and like unaffecting. But
yeah, U.S. ones are loud. That's true.
The U.S. in general, they're just very different. Like a lot of times when there's construction, they just put like these speed bump things like on the highway. Where it's like.
Oh, that's quite interesting.
Yeah, it's very different. Here it's very I don't know. Feels like they're more trusting of drivers, like more trusting that people are paying attention. And,
I mean, you got to when the speed limit's changing every like 30 meters on the highway.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta be paying attention. That's right.
And like people need to know what all the signs mean, because otherwise you're just gonna be breaking the law without even knowing it. In the U.S., I feel like it's like there's like big signs for everything.
Yeah.
Right? They'll be like, merging traffic, keep left. Like they just have huge, like in plain text, explaining every little rule or possible thing. Like it's hard to like not know what you're supposed to do because they put like 10 signs telling you to do something. In Germany, they just like, they think like, everyone got their driver's license. Everyone knows how to drive. They should just know these things automatically. They don't really give you like the extra warnings.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. In construction on the highway, they always let you know what happened, like the penalties of hitting somebody.
Yeah,
I don't think they have that here. Like, no. I mean, you're just like in the U.S., it's like you're almost scared of driving by a construction site because it always says hit construction worker, $15,000 and up to 18 years in prison. And it will say that like right on the sign.
It'll be like 3 signs in a row.
And I'm just like scared. I'm like, go slow, go slow, go slow. Yeah. Cause I'm scared. But yeah, I think that's good for our first podcast.
Yep. We got we'll be back next week.
Next week. You can expect weekly podcasts now from now on. Yeah,
because we got a lot to talk about. It's been over a year.
It's been over a year.
We've been doing some stuff. We've been up to stuff.
And let us know what you want us to talk about too. Don't hesitate to write us in the comments or to DM us, DM our podcast page, our normal pages.
Yep.
We'll be glad to answer them on the podcast and use our community and answer questions from our community. So we thank you guys for listening. We're happy to be back, and I hope you enjoy this podcast.
Woohoo!
Peace.